natin ang talumpati ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa oath-taking ceremony ng Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission sa Malacañang.
We shall now proceed with the oath-taking ceremony. May we request the commissioners of the Presidential Anti-Crime Commission please rise for the oath-taking to be administered by our President.
Ready? Raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed to the position of, do hereby solemnly swear that I will and faithfully discharge, to the best of my ability, the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. That I bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines. And that impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations at salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and congratulations to our commissioners. May we invite the President for his speech.
You know, I ask for your pardon for being late. Late ako doon sa kasi started late, tapi pagdating ko medyo my spinal is acting up again, so I had to pass by the house for my medications. Alam ko kanina pa kayo naghihintay. Babawi na lang ako. Next time we meet to get around, I will be sitting here before you arrive. 1 hour. Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi and members of the Cabinet, the newly appointed officers and the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission led by Chairman Mr. Dante Jimenez, mga kasama ko sa gobyerno, mga kababayan ko. As usual, there is always a prepared speech for me to read. And would you believe it? Pagpunta mo pa lang dito, ang traffic na, ang barong, pati yung pabango, 2 pages. So, just I came from a place where I was also talking about entrepreneurship and how we get to relate with each other. Well, I don't know if you believe me. Pero kung hindi kayo naniwala hanggang ngayon, then I'm really very sorry. I cannot add anything to what I have said in the campaign, when I took my oath of office and until now. But ayaw ko naman na rub it in, baka sasabihin ninyo na I'm pulling my own chair beyond its normal proportion. Pero yung sana, ang akin lang, if that is the only legacy that I can leave behind, wala naman akong extraordinary talent. I don't know how else could I do it in governance. Pero if there is one thing that I promised you during the election, and it was a simple one, and you were viewing the presidential debates most of the time and heard us deliver our piece. At hanggang ngayon, yun pa rin. Except that I left to the financial managers. Yung mga bright talaga. Hindi ako bright to run the economic affairs of the country. What I'm just trying to hold is the day-to-day public interest. At ang gusto ko lang na mabigyan kayo ng konting respect sa corruption sa gobyerno. And there's no doubt about it. I've been mayor for 23 years, congressman for 1 term, then another term as vice mayor to my daughter. And when I shall have completed my term as president, if God wills it, then I have served the Filipino people for almost 40 years. I kumagyabang, but I'm the son of a politician. We are migrants sa Davao, in particular my father, because I have a mother whose mother was in Maranao, but he was from Cebu. And sanay ako sa how I look at things. Corruption sa police, not so much about the military, baski noon pa. The traditional, wag na sana, I do not want to offend anybody, but I have to be truthful about it. Unang panahon, pag manalo ka, ang pinaka-vetted na mga position is BIR, pati customs. That was true then, during my father's time. Kasi marami nagpapatulong eh. But, you know, ang karamihang talagang kung sa Bisaya nag-aagawan, ilugay, actually, itong mga opisina to. And other na that would give you big in return. So all of these things hanggang nakalaki ako, tapos pag-aral, yun ang nakikita ko. And even during my father's time, when he was a cabinet member of Mr. Marcos. You know, at that time, ang presidente si Macapagal. But as is the practice of the Filipino politicians, they gravitate towards the ruling party. So by the next election, gaya dito, marami na kaming PDP. It's a practice which, for convenience, and if you are a politician, by the definition of the terms of what a politician is and should be, dito sa Pilipinas, ganun talaga. And this has been going on, not only now yung PDP, but even during my father's time. Ngayon, yung panahon niya, hinihigop na ni Macapagal lahat, except for 2 guys na governor, Ibarle of Zamboanga, pati ang tatay ko. Stuck it out with the nationalista. So when Marcos won, he was one of those taken in as the first set of the cabinet members. Ramos, yung tatay ni Ramos was the Foreign Affairs. Maceda was PACC, I could remember. Sila si Rakisa, Department of Highways and Commerce. Yun yung batch na yun, the first. So, alam ko kung gaano ka tindi talaga ang laro ng... I grew up with it. At inabot sa akin. Ngayon, pagdating ko, ang problema kasi, hindi rin ako malinis na malinis. I'm just pero yung hangol sa pera talaga, wala ako. Hindi, wala ako dyan. For the reason that when I became a lawyer, si Judge Clavicilla naging judge. Ako naman naging fiscal. So during our time, wala yung ombudsman. Kami yung first set ng mga tanod bayan prosecutors. And I was one of the two sa Mindanao appointed as a special prosecutor for Mindanao. Yung isa, yung fiscal Nartates. So dalawa kami. Ang biro mo naman kung isipin mo kung ikaw ang harap doon, i-arraign. So, all the while, mahirap na, hindi naman masyado. And I was, kontento na ako. Then, Cory came, for all of their yellow, my mother was one of the 4 original yellow guys now who used to march the thoroughfares of Davao. 4 lang sila. 4 lang sila, and at that time nobody was paying attention to them, but she was already shouting. Hindi naman yun without bereft of any, sabihin nila, utang na loob na. So I was appointed OIC Vice Mayor. My mother sacrificed. Every Davaoeño here in this room would tell you. And so, yung what start me, and I owe it to Cory Aquino. Appointed me as OIC, got out from the prosecution, then started my career as an OIC, then ran after the OIC mayor. So yan ang buhay ko. Ngayon, I promised you 4. Wala akong sa speech ko yung mga public work, infrastructure. And always I was the first one to say, that is all for me, Your Honor. Madalas akong matapos ka agad kasi ayaw ko nang daldal ka. 1 minute and 30 seconds was really a very stupid format. Kumadaan. So ako, sanay ako sa ito ang gawin ko. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos sabi ko, I'm through. Tapos. And kung bakit ako nanalo, ayan ang problema. Hindi natin alam dito kung paano. But I know that Dante believed in me. So, siya yung came out openly for me. But do you really know ang stake doon? Dante and sa Bicol. Alam mo ko, sa mga classmate ko na Bicolano, mga brad ko. In Luzon, si Aimee lang, pati si Abet Garcia. Sa Bicol, yung Maynila, kayo, Visayas, the birthplace of my father, and wala ako doon sa Danau. Wala akong isang barangay captain. Well, in Mindanao, I had Nograles, and of course, he's my nephew. And Subiri, pati yung isang gobernador na probinsya na ayaw kong banggitin kasi marami ng istorya lumalabas baka mapatay tayo na walang dahilan. I'm not trying to be funny, but yun lang ang nagsuporta sa akin. And after the elections, I got 16, and 6 of that was my margin over my next opponent. So ito lang sinabi ko, I will try to stop corruption. Dan sinabi ko, drugs is eating, devouring the country. Tapos yung isa sabi ko, I will try to talk to the enemies of the state. Maybe if I can have a good deal with them, we can finally arrive at a sort of a peaceful nation. Tapos itong, hindi ko pakialaman yung itong negosyo. So, corruption, unahan ko na kayo. Walang transaction sa gobyerno na dumadating sa akin. You can ask anybody from the clerk down to the cabinet member, I do not sign anything. Not because I am afraid, but because I do not want to interfere any of the decisions made in connection with that contract. Pagka ganon, hanggang kay Secretary Cosi lang yan. Pagka national security matter, hanggang kay Secretary Esperon lang yan. If it's a DOF, hanggang kay kay Sani Dominguez lang yan. Walang dumadating sa akin na papel na. Kaya sabi ko na if you have a complaint against anybody in the executive department or a cabinet member, call me by any means, sekretary kaibigan ninyo, tell me about it, and I will give you the time and space to hear you, baski kung gabi. And I will do something about it. Immediately. Kaya yung Koreano sa frigate, it was between the military guys, nagamit lang yung sa endorsement. And it was looked into this. Hanggang yun lang papel na walang dumating sa amin dito ng bulto-bultong dokumento about the acquisition of a ship nor with. Hindi ako pumipirma. And they do not get clearance from me. Basta sinabi ko, yung trabaho mo, kung ano ang kailangan doon, gawin mo. And baski tanungin mo yung intelligence, wala kang marinig na minsan may tumawag ako kay Kusi o kay Joe Calida na o kay person. Kaya kitang birahin, may ABS ka man, kung putahin kita, kung pagsabi ko yung mailong na yan na the corruption really there is, that is an economic sabotage. One day I'll just make up my mind to whether to file or not. Because until now, yung back rentals na kinuha nila, hindi naman nila sinauli. What happened to the years that the property was in their possession? And there's no accounting for that. When if you have a contract, fine. But if it is an expired contract and you continue to collect in behalf of the owner, which is the government, and nothing has been returned until now, talagang one day we'll just have to have a reckoning here. Not because you hate me. You practically through the kitchen sink, fine. Pero kung sibahin kitang putang ina mo, talagang putang ina mo, kasi kaya kita bastusin. And including ABS-CBN. Yung Lopez Group of Companies doon, remember? May Lopez Group of Companies, they borrowed heavily from DBP. Bakit nalugi ang DBP? Bakit dumayb yan? Why was it privatized? Why? Because they did not pay the billions they owned government. You know, it was condoned. Sabi ko sa inyo yung mga elitista eh. Alam mo, kinakain nila pera natin. Dito may sinipa ako. Ang sinipa ako, undersecretary sa budget. Wala kang insya, wala kang pera, lalakarin niya. Sa gobyerno rin dito sa budget. O sige, hanapan kita. Yung go-between, yun ang sabi kong tirador. Dito na, mismo sa gobyerno, sinipa ko sa mukha dyan sa likod. Hindi na kailangan may transaction ka pa sa gobyerno. Sabi ko, putang... Kung wala nang iba, ipapatay talaga kita. Yan naman ang buhay, Gismil. O dagdagan ng human rights para ganahan yung pumatay. Gago. Wag na yung labas na negro transaction, okay lang yun. At least sabihin mo, baski may commission o it was exceedingly too big. Pero kung sabihin mo na magdito, isang ahensya, walang pera, tapos may gustong there new equipments or machines to be acquired, tapos punta ka dito, ikaw ang magdagdag, anak ka lang. Kasi pinahiya ko talaga ang ulo. So, in corruption, this pulling us down, noon pa yan. Walang transaction na mga traktor na ano, putang inang, may pera talaga. Hindi ka makadiretso ng ano, kasi projects. Ang projects, yung hindi ko na kontrolado. And you know why? Separate kami. Yung project ng Supreme Court, sabihin niya, ako na naman ano sa kanya. You can ask anybody, I never initiated si Sereno. I just called her attention because of the so many cases pending, tapos paiba ang decision niya. Yung the very complaint now of the justices. Yun man yun. O kita mo, di lumabas rin. Congress, well, you be the judge. Hindi ako pwede. Executive department ako. Co-equal kami. So hindi ako pwedeng makano. Executive department lang ako. Pero dito, kung sinong may sabit, sabihin ninyo. I said, I give you the authority to let me know. By what means let me know, and I'll give you the time and space. Pati yung mga contract ngayon, gusto ko nga yung sa contract ngayon na ano, either it's a Swiss challenge o ito produkto, magkano, ikaw magawa. O, gawain mo. Kaya kung hindi mo gawin, o lausi ang paggawa, hindi kita bayaran. Kung sino mong gagawang kontraktor na either a Swiss challenge or the big ones. I'm sorry to sideline itong mga, there's a group of Filipinos. Siguro they were able to really to rise up a little bit. Kabili ng bahay, mga kotse. And the guys just go around the Philippines playing golf. At meron yung probinsya dyan ano, na magsabi may bidding. O maghinto muna sila ng sabong, pupunta sila doon sa bidding, pagkatapos, sila yung babagsak ng presyo. Ang true bidder na contractor, if it's 100,000, magbibid dyan ang 95. Yung gano'n. Pero may magbid dyan. We can make that project at 85. Ibabagsak pa talaga yan. Give me 80 and I'll give you the project. Maghingi na ang mayor, gobernador, engineer, ang iba pang mga radyo, yung mag-amoy-amoy ng anong project dyan, pati barangay captain ang putang ina magpirma pa. Completion of the project. So ilan na lang maiwan para sa kanya? That's why you have this project that is really the work of a son of a bitch. Yun ang Pilipinas. Para mabuklat ng mata ninyo. Ang observer. Ngayon, itong mga negosyante, I can only do so much, humanly. So ang pinili ko, si Sid La Peña, General. He used to be my chief of police for the longest time. And I requested, when he was about to be promoted, RD, kinuha ko siya because hindi corrupt. And the wife has a thriving business, architect ang asawa. Tapos may mga projects na hindi sa gobyerno. And for the customs, Ilocano to, ka-roommate ni Belio, puro karap ng kwarto namin. Dulay, he's from Baguio. Itong si Bebo, taga Isabela, puro Ilocano itong mga to. Yun ang mga ka-roommate ko. Walang chay-chay dito sa kabinet ko. Sabihin mo mga anak ng mga known. Wala akong kaibigan kasi hindi ko kayo kilala. And even the military, ang limitado ako sa those who sojourned or was once upon a time assigned sa Mindanao. Nakilala ko yan sila. Si John Esperon, Roy Simato, yung mga puro generals ngayon. Na ngayon, bakit sa inyo, bakit puro halos military? Papaiyak tuloy ako sa kwento ng buhay natin. Alam mo, I appreciate the work of the civilian bureaucracy. Nagpapasalamat to ako sa inyo. Ang problema ganito, yung director o anuman, utusan mo, kung nandyan pa sila sa lower echelons ng organization, fight yan sila, civil service eligible, first grade, tapos ganon, seso. Pagdating doon sa itaas, mga supervisory na tatamad-tamaran na yan, matanda na yan by that time, at alam nila ang director usually, unless you are really very good, i-appoint ka as director, steady ka lang. Marami naman dyan, di ko ginalaw eh. Pero yung iba, alam nila it is really for a political position. So mahirap mo na. At saka yung mga direktor, maglabas ng opisina ang mga yawa, magpunta doon sa mall, magbili ng perfume, tapos pupunta ng kabit niya, yung uwi ng gabi na yan. Ganon yan. Ay, so tamad-tamara na, hindi kaya ng silang military. Isang utos lang. Sinabi ko, gawin mo yan, tapusin mo. Tapusin talaga niya. Pag sinabi ko kay Simato, pati kay Anyo, puro naging chief of staff yan. Naging chief of staff pa si Roy, no? Pero, pag sinabi kong gawin mo yan, Roy, dumaan yan sa Davao eh. Tapos si Anyo was my also chief of staff. Gawin mo. Makita kami ni Anyo, was it yesterday? Sabi niya, dito ata yan, sabi niya, yung cabinet meeting, sabi niya, kahapon, sabi niya, 6 months. Yung ko, pwede, yung iba 4 months, sabi ko, inutusan kita, sir. Nagsisir ako sa kanila. Hindi ako nakatapos ng ROTC ko, pati PMT. Sabi ko na, sir, inutusan kita, 6 months. Tapusin mo. Yung, hanap ba? 6 months. Tapusin mo yung problema sa Boracay. I do not. Parang gano'n. I know it would work hardships. And that is why I would be declaring a state of calamity. Yung state of calamity, may component yan na pambigay talaga for those who are displaced financially. Bari na rin kung ano may bagyong dumaan, magbigay ka ng pera. In the meantime, if I were from Boracay or you guys there, the best thing for you to do is to cooperate the government and hasten the cleanup. For as long as there are shit coming out of those pipes, draining to the sea, I will never give you the time of the day na bumalik yan. One is that it would affect public interest of the country. We are known for that. It is a source of money, taxes that you pay, and appreciated by other people. So that is the public interest involved. Then the second, it could be a public issue. Yung magkasakit, yung virus or bacteria of all kinds, staphy or streptococcus, andyan lahat. It could be a health issue, and it is also public safety. So yung tatlo na yan, I am invoking it, and it is one of the mga abogado dito, a must function of God. I can order for this thing to happen because it is of public interest, public safety, and public health. Para malaman ninyo. Those are, and I would caution the courts not to interfere by issuing TRO because you just exacerbate the situation. And the worst, baka hindi kita paniwalaan. Kaya sabi ko, there have been so many public projects. Pag natalo yung bidder, ang ulol pupunta sa korte to secure a TRO. Only to finally give in after magbayad na. Sige, bigyan na lang kita para... It's a racket actually. So the courts think not even twice. Not even twice. I am not an anarchist, but if I think that your action is really detrimental, mamili ka. Either I do not obey you or bubullshitin kita in public. Remember the three issues which are very important for our existence as a government. That's the first. And the others, transaction. Airport, sabi ko, wala ng opening ng bags. Total paglabas yan sa discipline. Andiyan man si secretary ko, alam man niya yan. Doon sa baba, tinitignan na yan bago umakyat doon, then another. Bakit mo pabuksan? So what's the... Why? Ang mahirap niyan, kaming mga mayor noon, mga gobernador, senador, yes sir, mayor, sige. Na yung asawa mo, tag-apat na train na, parang train law ng BIR, luggages. Yes sir, musta ka sir? Pagdating dito sa OFW, bubuksan pati yung bagay kukunin ko. Kaya sabi ko, walang drama to, wala lahat. No explanation. Huwag mong galawin ang maliit na tao. Walang explanation why. Hypocrisy, pretension, bahala ka. Basta huwag mong galawin ang maliit na tao. Why? Yung mga mayaman, hindi na kailangan ng gobyerno. Hindi kailangan ng presidente yan eh. Sinong presidente? Ewan ko. Sino ko upo dyan sa Malacañang? They can afford to go out, they can afford to buy security guards. Mga maliliit na tao, pag walang gobyerno, patay. Patay talaga yan. Walang pagkain, walang... Ako, ayaw ko itong sabihin because sabi ko, I am not the kind na nagyayabang. Pero hindi ko man ito pera, sabihin ko na sa inyo. Alam mo yung naririnig naman. Narinig ninyo, PGH. Pati yung mga intern, magkukontribute sila para lang makabili ng medisina ang pasyente. Tarangin niyo. So minsan nung narinig ko, tinawag ko. Hindi naman ako, probinsyano ako. Sabi ko, magkano kaya kailangan ninyo? Siguro, sir, mga on the average, hirap pero shoestring budget, mga 14 million a month, sir. Sabi ko sa kanila, 100 million. Okay na yan? Sabi na, sir, makatulong na yan. Yearly, sir. Sabi no. Monthly. Yeah, 1 million a month. Sabi ko kay Andrea, Pagkor, 100 million yan sila. Sundalo, kawawa naman. Ilan ang sweldo ng sundalo? Kaya i-connectan ko yan maya sa yung recurring and multiple problems of governance. Ilan lang sundalo? Pag-retire, alam mo, sundalo di retire at the age of 56. Pero ang katawan niyan bugbog. Yung mga rangers na sila, takbo kain, walang tulog. Yan mga maraming... Pero pagkatanda, magsige naman golf. Mga mayamanan, doon na sa golf lahat, nagpupustahan. Yung mga sundalo, wala yan silang management. Hypertension, diabetes, kidney. Pagkatapos labas na sa ospital dyan, wala na. So yung management, sabi ko, bilo na 50 million. Ikaw, AAP Hospital, 50 million a month. So kaya magdasal na kayo ng sakit kasi libre na ngayon. Hindi ko masabi lahat kasi wala tayong panahon. But that's how I deal. Gastos ako. Pero yung sabihin itong human rights mo, bugok. Nagbibigay daw ako ng pera para ipapatay ka, tarantado ka pala. Tanong ka dyan kay General, nagbibigay ako ng pera kasi yung drugs, bibilihin mo. Kung pulis ka, you are into the drug operation, you have to buy the drugs. And when that money has been paid, it becomes the property of the case. Ebidensya na yan. Hindi mo na makuha. Kaya weekly yan, nagdi-distribute ka ng pera to buy drugs, not to pay. Ito namang human rights, mga bugok talaga, kaya hanggang human rights lang kayo. Tapos takot-takutin ako ng IC. Yung black lady, you cannot acquire jurisdiction over me, not in a million years. Kaya hindi ko sinasagot. Totoo yan. Ayaw kong sabihin. That has always been my weapon. Ever since. Sabi ka, shit, nawala ka dyan. They cannot ever hope to acquire jurisdiction over my person. Hindi nga ako maniwala sa nanay ko, sa kanila pa. Utang, buwisit kayo. Totoo lang ha. Yung ages na between 14 to 18, mabuti na sa isang linggo, muro, diyan ako sa altar. 2 oras na kaganon, pagbaba ng may paak. Kaya, magtingin ako kay Jesucristo. Sabi, nakaganon rin siya. Sabi ko, pareho talaga ang swerte natin. Siguro noon, loko-loko ka rin sa buhay mo. Hindi ka naniwala ng nanay mo. Kaya kung maniwala ka ng nanay mo, hindi ka nagkaganon. Same story. Totoo. Kung nangyari sa Diyos yung ganon, anong diferensya ninyo? May kasalanan siguro yung... Now, with drugs. Hindi pwede mag-atras dyan. Hindi pwede mag-atras. I will compromise the whole of... Alam mo ang drugs, sabi nitong mga... Ito si Duterte, ang pinapatay niya, yung mga taga-Tondo, may taga-Caloocan. Hoy, mga torpe, magkinig kayo. Ang drug is really the commodity of the poor people. Yan ang kaya nila tag-200. Ang mga mayaman dito, yung may mga pangalan, yung may mga distrito dito na kanila lahat, cocaine yan sila. Mahal yan. Yan ngayon mabilis ang pasok ng cocaine because we suspect na ang kartel ng Amerika is about to take over sa cocaine dito or sa Amerika. Kayo. Ako, basta sinabi ko, wag. When I was mayor, it was the same problem. Sinabi ko, look, I'm going to run for mayor, and if I win, I will build our city. I am not a policeman. I am not a military man. I know nothing about doctrines. Sinabi ko lang, do not destroy my city because I will kill you. Do not destroy the young of the city because I will kill you. Simple as that. When I became presidente, ganun rin. Huwag mong sirain ang bayan ko kasi bayan ko to. Huwag mong gawing Colombia, Mexico. Huwag mong gawin yan kasi papatayin talaga kita. Kasi kayong kayo, ang leksyon na naman ninyo, patayan. Ibibigay ko talaga sa inyo. Huwag mong sirain ang mga bata namin kasi karamihan sa Pilipino, 90% pobre. Ayan sa likod ninyo, puro sundalo yan. At the age of 56, they retire. Retirement pay, mag-abot siguro 1.5, minsan 800 kung maraming liabilities. At the age of 56, 57, 58, 59, sige. If they get to live for 20 years, saan siya magkuha? Medicines? The most that I could get to give us doon sa SSS, 1,000 lang. Magkano ang medisina ngayon sa diabetes? Magkano ang medisina ngayon sa heart, kidney? Who will pay for the oxygen when I'm dying? Who will pay for the hospital, funeraria? Saan sila magkuha ng pera? Sa anak nila. Kaya nga inalagaan ako, pati itong mga to, para pagtanda namin, yung anak, the same way that our parents protected and took care of us. Kaya dyan ako galit, yung truga na yan. Ako yung mga mayaman, maging ulol sila, mabuti. Ay, anak ng witing. Hindi ko pa sila hulihin. Sige, hititin ninyo lahat ng 5 sako dyan, 1 barko. Tang-ina yung mga mayaman. Look, pupunta ka sa Saudi Arabia. Iwanan mo anak mo. Average ang Pilipino, 4.5 ang anak. Once the mother gets out of the house, the family becomes dysfunctional already. If the father and mother would work outside in the Middle East, the family totally becomes dysfunctional. Ang bata iiwan sa lolo't lola, mga kapatid, yung iba para lang doon sa mga kaibigan. Mga babae, so they get 7 years old, by the time of puberty, na-rape na yan, nagamit na lahat. Why? Because there is no father and mother there. Iniwan lang eh. Pagdating doon, ito sabihin ko na, I knew it when I was a congressman kasi may nilakad ako ng kaso about 3 Pilipino. Nagbibigay kasi ng rosaryuhan from Turil, yung isa from Kidapawan. And they were there at the gate of my house, umiiyak araw-araw, ayaw nang umuwi. So ang asawa ko naman, Baptist yan, maawain. She welcomed them every day, doon pinapakain, pagkagabi, pinabigyan ng masahe, waiting for the result of what I will do. So sabi ng asawa ko, pumunta ka na doon at maggawa ka ng paraan. So pumunta ako sa Riyadh, nakausap ko si King Fahd. He was a bit of manuna, but he could still communicate. Pumayag siya. But the chief minister, yung pinakahead doon, sabi niya, you talk to your counterpart para magkaintindihan kayo. So I went to the parliament. So what did he tell me? You inform your kababayan na if you work for an average, hindi lahat. But there are tribes in the Arab nation. Kagaya natin, Pilipino, may Ilocano, may Cebuano, especially yung malalayo sa urban areas, rural. Pag nagtrabaho ka sa kanila, if you are a slave, bought from the slave markets of Africa, or you are paid really to do yung housework, it includes sexual abuse for free. Yan, tinago ko yan sa puso ko. Ngayong presidente na ako, binitawan ko na. Kasi hindi ko na matiis. Sabi ko, the ban stays until I meet the guys and talk. One is that huwag ninyong kunin yung passport ng Pilipinas. Kinukuha nila yung passport eh. Pangalawa, bigyan ninyong panahon matulog. Bigyan ninyo ng pagkain kasi pag hindi, putang ina ninyo. Pang-apat, huwag ninyong, kasi ang Pilipinas, hindi yan para hindutin ninyo. Pag wala yan, sorry. Umuwi kayo dito, bahala na, pobre tayo. Hati-hatiin natin yung pera. Bigay ko yan, allowance. Kaya matiis yung ganon. Kaya ako pumutok talaga. Ilagay mo sa freezer tapos lahat ng bubugbog, pasa-pasa yung puro hematoma. Kung gawain ko kaya yan sa mga babae ninyo, the first to rape, sino? Employer. Second, yung anak niyang lalaki. Third, yung anak niyang lalaki. O may sabihin, 4 na lalaki, tapos ipahiram pa niya doon sa bayaw niya, ipahiram doon sa barkada niya. The human body or the human being can only take so much. Kaya kita mo lumulukso. Destroyed yan physically and wala na mentally. Wala kang kain, wala kang tulog. Gamitin ka pa. Gamitin ka 2-3 lalaki isang araw. O maglinis ka pa doon sa bahay ng amo mo, maglinis ka pa doon sa bahay ng kapatid niya, bayaw niya, pati anak niya. Yan ang buhay ng Pilipina. Kayo gusto ko nga I am trying, not even for my countrymen, na umakyat lang man tayo, do not really, kasi maghuhurimentado ako. Wag mo akong bigyang shit na yan na sabi nito mga pare, pati boss sa pag mga gago. In face of you should read the book Corruption in Rome. It's being sold in isang justice nagbigay sa akin. Oh, you read the altar secrets of a Filipino narrator of sa CBCP. Catholic Church, yung Inquisition lang nung panahon na yun, ilang tayo magbulahan dito. Of course, there is God. Religion is the most hypocrite in the world. They simply cannot understand. Pero mo magsabi doon in public, ito yung pinatay ni Duterte, 7,000. Tapos ibandera naman ng mga ugok doon. Talagang iyo, 7,000. And criticizing me in public. How about the other side? Anong kasalanan itong mga putang inan to? Bakit mo patayin kung walang rason? Or if at all, kung pinatay ng gobyerno, dapat siguro mga 4,000 plus. Natanungin kita, ilang pulis ang namamatay araw-araw sa Pilipinas? I lose about 2-3 policemen a day. Kita mo naman, pag raid, pinatay, na baril, na unahan. How about yung mga biyuda niyan? Paano yan? Buti sana kung execution yung... Kung kita mo naman sa TV, yung magsasaksak, pati pulis, kung alam yung mabutit na lang, yung na-corner na siya, nabibaril siya, nabaril niya, ba't nakapatong na sa kanya? And they seem to be blind or keeping a blind eye of what is happening in the surrounding. Me, I will never allow evil to ruin my country. Hindi ako papayag. Biyawa ako ng yung not enduring my time. Kasi ito, nagsalita ako. Nandoon man si John Esperon. Ito mga pulis kasi mga isa pa kayo. Pero hindi naman lahat. May mga pulis talaga. But Manila is, pulis dito, problematic ako. Yan sila. May mga babait. Pero may bagong, sana ba, nag-donate ng gagandang sakyan ang Japan. Ano yan, Sir Montero? Punta na Montero. Ako sa totoo lang, mayroong taga Davao dito. Kikita man ninyo, anong sakyan ko? Pick up hanggang ngayon. Totoo. May dapat taga Davao. Napunta mo kayo ng Davao, nakita niya ako. I ride, I go down, pick up. So, ang Japan nagbigay ng 26 Monteros. Ko kaswerte ng taga Davao. Sabi ko sa pulis, hoy, bantay kayo. Kasi noon, nagabili ako, hindi ako barat eh. Isuzu, Toyota talaga yan. Yung durable. Nagbili ako ng 12. Tangin nakpasok itong pulis na tiniente. Gidrive lasing. So 2 days after, nakita ko na doon sa pagpasok mo ng Acacia sa Davao, yung may bagong hotel, na doon sa unahan yung Marco Polo, naka-tolerate yung putak na nag-iyak ako. Bakit sinong gumawa nito? Kabago-bago, putang ng pulis. Tangina ka. Gusto mo talaga, ha? O, binugbog ko. Talagang binubugbog ko ba yan? Tapos, I came out, ito lang kasi si Bong, yung aide ko, nilagyan niya ng mukha ko eh. But I said, not during my watch. Wag sa panahon ko. Sabi ko, maganda yan, Bong. Pero ang problema kay Bong, nilagyan niya yung sa Marawi. Hindi naman ito intended for Marawi. Tapos na eh. At saka sabi ko, paano ba ang maranaw man ang lula ko? Pero, ay, sabi ko, hindi ko ito binibigay. Binang ko lang. Kung mangurakot ka, o magnanakaw ka, o magdruga ka lang naman, putang ina mo, wala kayong makita, hindi ko buses yan. Wag sa panahon ko. Some other time. Not now. Kasi magka-diferensya lang tayo. I do not want to hurt you. I do not want to embarrass you. Kaya yung mga direktor na matatanda, pagbigay ng military ng dosye, ayan nakikita, anak, intern, sa ganong ospital, ay sabi ko na lang kay Mijaldia, bulungan mo na lang. Sabihin mo. Ayaw kong I am not into yung hiyain yung tao, especially if there's the wife and the children. Mawalaan ng believe eh. Hindi ako dito lang sa mumura. Yung galit ko dito ko lang sa ito, bugbog na itong gagon to. Ito lang ang pero wala, may istorya mo lang yan, ma'am. Miss Acosta naman. Hanggang dyan lang naman niya. Ito ang bugbog sa insulto. Tapos yung sabi ko, huwag kayong maniwala niyang corruption dyan sa ano. Kung meron, nandoon yan sa baba. Pero dito sa Malacañan, kaya ko magmura, kaya ko bastos ng mga lalo ng mga oligarch. Ano masilipin mo sa akin? You want to know my bank accounts? I'll give it to you right now. Walang puno lang. Sunatan ko, or kayo, may mga kapatid talaga kayo na central bank. I will not take it against you. Sige, buksan ninyo yung computer. Pero ikaw kalaban ko sa politika. Do not, if you want evidence, do not get it from my mouth. Or make me do the effort. Gago ka ba? Bakit ko gagawin sa iyo yan? You go to hell. But do not task me to do a thing na para lang maghanap ka ng you go into a fishing expedition. Pero kayo, anytime, I will give you the authority. Honestly. Wala kayong mga. If it exceeds 40 million, kasali ko na ang inheritance ko noon. And the original entered is Bank of Asia and America, and that was the time when we had a partition of our property. Yan ang unang makita mo sa money laundering records. Lahat naman tayo. Magsubra dyan, I step down. Sige, kunin ninyo. Wala akong, at hindi ganun kalakas ang loob ko kung may masilip ka sa akin. Hindi ganun kalakas ang loob ko. Pati yung, sila yung may atraso. Ang atraso ko, yung sabi, patayan. Look, para matapos na tayo. May pagkain? May pagkain ngayon? Paluto mo breakfast kasi matagal pa tayo. Bayad man ito ng Jokno. Nasaan naman si Jokno? May pera tayo. Ganito yan eh. You know, patapos na ako. Just about 3 minutes. patapos na ako. Dito ako eh. Ang administering officer ko, Brad ko, si Justice Woody Reyes. Sabi ko, I swear before God and country, in short, that I will protect the people and preserve the nation, the Republic of the Philippines. The long and short of it. Ngayon itong sa droga ganito. It is impossible to run a drug business if it is not organized. Kasi may tigaluto ka. Tapos magtawag ka pa ng iyong lieutenants. O yung maghabol doon sa inuhulog doon ng mga ayaw ko na lang kasi maya na it's a touchy issue. Foreigners, alam na niyo kung ihulog nila yan, tapos lagyan ng GPS. So alam niya kung saan kunin. So may mga lieutenants yan karga. Tapos i-distribute doon sa outlets. Yung mga teniente then to the basurero. Basurero is ang tawag nila sa street peddlers. Yun ang pangalan nila, basurero. It is always organized. Now, when I talk my oath of office, I swore to uphold the law. And there's nothing says that I will enforce the law only against the rich. I have to enforce the law against everybody who appears to be responsible for a crime. So it means the rich and the poor. Because I have to enforce the law against all. Otherwise, it is not a law. It must be for everybody. But if it's a selective justice, you're a shit. Ayaw ko yan. Ayaw ko yan. Nasanay ako sa enforce against the fiscal ako eh. So I write preliminary investigation, then decision, then in court. And sometimes when I feel noon na talagang parang manufactured ang evidence, I would just say, Your Honor, I move to dismiss the case. Why? I think my evidence that I have is fabricated. Ganun ako, diretso. Sabihin ko na lang ang judge, may I approach the... Tapos sabihin ko na judge, mo na itong buang nito, walang... So, ngayon, kung ikaw ang sindikato mo sa mga mayaman, mahuli kita, mayor ka, pasensya. Just like Espinosa, just like Parahinog, pinatawag ko yan sila dito. Lahat ng sinirang ko yan, sinirang ko. Tanungin ninyo. Sabi ko, wag i-off mo yung camera, Andre. Wala mang maniwala sa kanila kung mag-chismis yan. Pero sa camera,